Gentlemen and distinguished guests, on behalf of Jocelyn and Joe, it is my pleasure and honor to welcome you on this unforgettable day. As father of the bride, it is an important moment in my life and in that of my charming wife, José, to witness and be present on this very special day. There was no doubt in our minds that this day would finally come, but we never thought it would take this long. But before we raise our glasses for a toast on the newlyweds, there is something I need to share with you. Jocelyn asked me to speak some solemn words on this special occasion, which is a fairly wise decision, since after all, I've known her for all her life. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, I was the first one who ever laid eyes on her. Well, there you are. We first met in the 90s. I want to say 1990. And so I will. 1990. Being Dutch, Jocelyn always was and still is very punctual. And so she was right on time. That means you have to be 10 minutes earlier in order to start on time. But with all this fuss about being born, her entrance was, well, how shall I put it? She was a bit underdressed. In fact, she was butt naked when she came at our first encounter, and this made her feel a bit uncomfortable, a bit embarrassed, and actually it pissed her off so much that she refused to speak to us for almost half a year. We even thought, oh my goodness, how to mend this, but eventually she got the hang of it, and finally she turned into the unstoppable, charming, chatty type that we all know. And she was a sweet child, I must admit, she was a sweet child. She turned out to be a bright child as well. After the primary school, she went to the Emperor Karl the Great College, which she did with honors. And I'll never forget the speech the dean gave. He granted her the title Professional One-Taker. And this is an interesting fact, Joe. Jocelyn does everything in one take. There are no reruns, appraisals, second guesses, everything is done in one take. So Joe, this is actually kind of heads up, no retries with Jocelyn. This is it, the only thing and the real thing. And Joe, we know you understand this all because you're a great guy and all, but we'll get to that later. So Jocelyn finished high school and then went to Kansas for an exchange program to do the high school in America as well. And that was when we knew we lost it. The exciting thrills of that flyover country, the wild bush adventures of cities as Chapman and Abilene, the numerous beer runs, the game hunting, the game shooting, and for us it was a clear loss. We could never compete with such an adventurous life. Yeah, first we went back to Amsterdam to go to the college, and she needed to fly out urgently because the need was so high that she finished the 4-year study in 3.5 years. And all in one take, of course, and that was including a semester at the University of McGill in Montreal, Canada. Her internship in dadio in Baltimore was a clear signal for us that she made it obvious. She is an old soul, and she must have been an American in a previous life, or one of her previous lives. That they offered her a job at her graduation came to us as no surprise, but that she left for a job in Paris was unexpected, to say the least. So I asked her, why Paris, why France? And she said, well, very simple, my lips need a workout. My lips need a workout? Yeah, the French, I know, maybe you've seen French people speak, but they speak with their lips. Je t'aime, moi non plus. Avec une mayonnaise, au trottoir d'amour, au Champs-Élysées, and they speak with their lips. We don't, none of us. We don't speak with our lips. We speak with our eyes. No! Yes! Fucker! So anyway, this all made sense. And Jocelyn further developed her charming personality as we know her. Now about Joe. Jocelyn never ever spoke about men at all. She never talked about it. She never took one boyfriend at home. Nothing. Let alone bring a classmate or a school friend. No males, at least not that we know of. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, there was Joe. Now, allow me to share an anecdote. The family name Kennedy, in the dialect that we live in, Kennedy means, do you know him? So she said, the guy is Joe Kennedy. So the answer was, no, Joe, I don't know that. But this has changed enormously, and to the best. I mean, we all love Joe instantly, especially me, because he was the first and only one who laughed about my daddy jokes, whereas the rest of the gang called me an idiot. Joe is a great sport. He's a great sportsman, he's a wrestler, and those skills might come in handy, maybe, I don't know. He's also a runner, which is in fact a weird combination, if you think of it. But he made it to the Hall of Fame and honor back at his school as he was the first state champ, and therefore, both of Joe's sports date back to the ancient ages. Wrestling is a very honorable and classic sport. It is invented by the Greeks, unfortunately currently only played by some geese. And about running, we do not have to say a lot. I mean, the marathon, with half a hole, is the non plus ultra in running. But you know how it ended with the first marathon winner, so better take care. Ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, Joe is a great guy. The list of positiveness is almost without end. He's intelligent, he's modest, he's even a bit romantic. He's very considerate, he's honest, and yet has a great sense of humor, wit, and is in great physical condition. Oh my. And then he's also good in his work. He's a hard worker, a hands-on type of manager who's knowledgeable, inspiring too, and sorry Joe, what have you written down here? I can't say. Oh yeah. He's also very versatile. Okay, well, before we end this story, as everybody meanwhile has seen, they are an excellent couple. They make a fine couple, and Joe, you have both your saints and my blessing, and as it seems, Joe's family has no real objection yet. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, let us raise our glasses for a toast on the newlyweds, that this knot they have tied may hold in length of years, and that they will never regret this day, And to the bride of groom we say, now go on, enjoy your marriage, fulfill your dream, and promise to live happily ever after.